Hey, hey everybody. Welcome to our very first live stream for the Hitchhiking Bones. We have just started the channel and we've been thinking about it for a long time. We're a Disney family. We love Disney, all things Disney, the parks, the movies, everything, but especially the park. We follow several Disney bloggers. And we've just always enjoyed the parks, so we decided to start a channel. And the only way to get started is to just start. So we have been. I don't remember how old I was when I first went to Disney. I was really young. I don't know. I think I was around 10, maybe, the first time I went, and I've lost count as to how many times I've been since then. It would be hard to say which park is my favorite, Walt Disney World or Disneyland, but because we just love both, and it's like trying to compare children to say which one I love the most. So anyway, we, in the Disney vlogger community, we've had so much going on the past few weeks. We've had the coronavirus that has just been absolutely crazy and has made a lot of us stay indoors, which is what the president and our health advisors are telling us to do. And so, when we stay indoors, we need to find things to do. We need to find ways now that Disney World and Disneyland are closed. And in fact, all of the parks all over the world are closed. For the first time since their opening. Disneyland opened in 1955, Disney World opened in 1971, and this is the first time those parks have been closed, except for I think Disneyland was closed for JFK's funeral, and other than weather events, it's the only time the parks have ever been closed. So it's pretty sad. It's kind of, it kind of hit us all hard because, when Disney closes, it's something big. So we all need to take this, very seriously and take care of ourselves and stay indoors and be considerate of other people, things of that nature. Wash your hands, be safe, do all the things. But we also need to stay positive. And for us Disney fanatics, we need to keep a little Disney in our lives, right? So if you're here, please post a comment. Like to let me know that you're here. I see that we have a few people watching, so please post a comment and let me know that you're here. We're just going to talk about a couple things. This is going to be, oh, there I go, scratching my nose, which we're not supposed to do. Everything itches, of course, when you start, you get on a live stream. I was just going to, like I said, introduce myself. My son, hopefully, will be able to join us in a few minutes. He's probably busy. I think he was going to jump on when he could. But again, we're the Hitchhiking Bones. My name is Dawn. And my two sons are going to help me with the channel, and they are in a couple of the videos that are already on the channel. Check those out. Give us a subscribe and a like, because that really helps us get going. And we're going to be putting, excuse me, we're going to be putting up more content a little bit later. Goodness. Just kind of talk a little bit about what's going on and things that we can do while we're inside. A lot of the kids are being sent home. There's a lot of uncertainty that the kids are not in school. Our kids in our state are actually on spring break this week, and then we're not sure what's going to happen after that. I know that a lot of the states have already called school for the whole year, which is really rough, but especially for our seniors. So if you know any high school seniors, that's going to be especially hard on them because they have all those last things. They're going to be no proms or anything of that nature. So that's pretty tough on them. It's going to be kind of tough on all of us, but I think we can get through it. I think we can do it. Let's see here. I've got a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. The first thing that you can do if you are looking for, different things to do to kind of keep that Disney magic alive, you can listen to Disney music on Amazon has it, Google has it, Spotify, Pandora, they all have music stations, different Disney music stations. You can get Disney movie themes, soundtracks. You can get classic music from the parks. You can get all kinds of different stations. So search in Spotify and Pandora and find some of those that kind of help you get through your day. Play a little Disney music while you're cleaning out your closet or whatever it is that you're going to do, and that's going to be a time saver. That's going to be to kind of help you get through it. Add a little Disney magic, and music always helps when I'm doing housework for sure. I wanted to also. One thing that I've been doing, and I put a lot of these up on my Instagram page, the Hitchhiking Bones. I've been going through old trip pictures, from when my kids were really little. I've been going through those, and I plan on doing some scrapbooking with those. I've been posting them, just talking about them. It's a lot of fun to go through those, and you look at some of those and think, oh, I forgot that happened, or it's really pretty cool. So do that, and do your scrapbooks, and that'll kind of help you beat those cabin fever blues. The other thing that I have been doing, and I've been doing it for a while, I first started watching Disney vloggers, which is what motivated us to start this channel. When my husband and I planned a trip to California last summer, and it's so happened that it coincided with the opening of Galaxy's Edge, which was really, really cool. And it was a great trip. And it was kind of all by accident, but it really worked out well. But before we went, I thought, okay, I haven't been to Disneyland since I was like 14 years old. So it's changed a lot. California Adventure was not even there the last time, when I was there. And I thought, okay, maybe I can find somebody who streams in the parks and get an idea, where things are. If somebody's live streaming or has videos on a channel that I can look at and get familiar with the layout of Disneyland, and especially California Adventure, because I hadn't been in the park so long. So I did a search, and I found a little channel called Resort TV One. And I know that all of you know Josh and Jenna. If you don't, get over there and subscribe, because they are great Disney vloggers. And their West Coast crew, Brett and Crystal, posted a couple of videos where they had done a live stream in Disneyland. I watched that live stream. I watched them go through, ride the rides, and it gave me a really great, perspective of where everything was, how everything was laid out. It was really, really cool. So, let's see. I'm pausing here. I'm looking. I'm seeing a couple of people in the chat. If you're in the chat, please leave me a comment. But anyway, so that's what I did, and that's the first time I had ever gone onto any Disney vloggers to watch their broadcasts. So Interestingly enough, Resort TV One, which is the vlog that I watched that first time, I just got really interested in it because Josh and Jenna, the brother and sister team who started that and maintained that channel, are just really great people, family friendly, just great people, very relaxed streams, very relaxed videos, and I really enjoyed it. So that's kind of what motivated me to start vlogging, actually. And when Jeff and I started watching their videos, to prepare for our trip while we were in Disneyland. It coincided with the opening of Galaxy's Edge, which was phenomenal, and I've still got to get a vlog about that. It was really neat, and so I'm going to put up tips and tricks and just kind of how it was to be in the parks that first week. We were there on June the 3rd. The parks opened May 31st, and it was just phenomenal. And so we have some friends who live in California, and it was really amazing to be there. So we went into the parks. We had a reservation system for Galaxy's Edge. We went into the parks, and it was phenomenal. But while we were there, Resort TV One, which the bloggers that I have been watching in preparation for our trip, were actually there. We got to meet them. It was really cool. It was really special. So that's kind of how we decided to start the channel. And then I started following some other Disney vloggers that I'm going to talk about and suggest here shortly. Let's see. If you, and this is a really good way to kind of beat that Disney withdrawal. A lot of us who really, really love Disney, and we're not annual pass holders, we don't get to go as often as we'd like, maybe. And so Disney withdrawal is real. It is a real thing. And so the Disney vloggers, if you're not familiar with them, really help with that. And I'm going to give you a list of Disney vloggers that you can watch. Just turn them on, find a stream that you're interested in and watch it. It really helps, and it's going to help us get through these park closures. The first one, of course, is Resort TV One with Josh and Jenna and their crew, their mom and dad, and R. Johns and Donna and all of their crew that stream with them, and the West Coast crew that streams from Disneyland with them, Britt and Crystal. So love them. And that's Resort TV One, the number one. Mr. Cheesy Pop. Mr. Cheesy Pop has been vlogging as long, well, I'm not sure how many years he's been vlogging, actually. He is from California. He's a voice actor in California. And I found his channel as a recommendation from Jenna at RTV1. And he's really good. He's funny. He's just what you see is what you get. He does food reviews. He does just all kinds, just anything Disney related. And he does videos in the parks when he goes in, which are a lot of fun. So Mr. Cheesy Pop, his name is Maxwell Glick, and he lives in California. Then there's the Disney Food Blog, which is another one. Disney Food Blog has pretty much changed our lives and how we eat when we're in the parks. Now she covers Walt Disney World and Disneyland. This is AJ, and go on over and take a look at her blogs. Disney Food Blog is one of the older blogs as well, and she does food reviews. And if you think that inside the parks you're only going to find burgers and fries and that kind of thing, you are so wrong, because the park food has gotten to be phenomenal. There are some fantastic restaurants, quick service and table service at especially Walt Disney World that are just phenomenal. So if just whatever kind of food you're looking for, whether you're looking for quick service or counter service, don't eat bad pizza. in Walt Disney World, because there are so many better options. So don't eat bad food in Walt Disney World. Go on over to Disney Food Blog and take a look at some of her videos and find out the best options for the dining plan, your celebratory meals, the places that, the options that you have for, if you want to go for a big celebration. Our boys chose to go to Walt Disney World in celebration of their graduations, high school and college. And so that California Grill has become our go-to for celebrations. So there are, and it's a little higher end restaurant. It's above the Contemporary Resort, and it's a higher end restaurant, but it's still very casual and comfortable, and you would feel fine just going in there and ordering. But it is great food. They have a fantastic chef. The next one is Magical News Live, and a friend of Resort TV1's, his name is Nick, and he is a teenager, but he does Magical News Live, and he really does a good job, guys. So he's good at the narration. He does a lot of live streams from Walt Disney World. So he's a good option. Nick's a great option. Magical News Live. There's Disney Coffee Blog, which is a real good one. He decided to do a blog. He decided to do a Disney blog, but he wanted to do something different than what everybody else was putting up there. And so he started the Disney Coffee Blog, and he talks pretty much strictly about the coffee that's available inside Walt Disney World. Coffee used to be kind of a joke in Walt Disney World. For a long time it was, and they have so totally changed that now. They have Joffrey's stands all over the parks in Disney Springs. Joffrey's is wonderful. They make amazing specialty coffees even for Disney. And then of course you have Starbucks, and you have just a really, really good coffee options. So Disney Coffee Blog for recommendations on coffee in Disney. If you're interested in doing a coffee hop, or you're going to a restaurant and you just want to know what the best coffee is for that restaurant, check out Disney Coffee Blog. The WDW couple, Josh and Taylor, great live streams there. Just again, vloggers, a couple that loves Walt Disney World. Just really a neat couple. You'll enjoy their stuff. They do some really, really interesting blogs and live streams from Walt Disney World. Practically Perfect Park Hopping is another blogger and vlogger, Josh and Britt, and their family. They do same thing. They are season pass holders, although they don't go in quite as often as some of the others. They're kind of like, us and some of our other vloggers who don't get to go as often as, say, Josh and Jenna, who live there locally, but they really have a good channel, so check them out. Myers and the Mouse, Kelly and Mama Mouse and their family also do great live streams. MEYERS, Myers and the Mouse. Corey Meets World, Corey and Stephanie and their family. They are also some excellent vloggers, and they do really high quality streams. So let me go here. And see if I might be able to see our chat. Okay. Okay. Hope you guys can still hear me okay. All right. Let's just check in YouTube to make sure that we were live, and we are. Okay, next is Paging Mr. Morrow. And Nate, the guy that does Paging Mr. Morrow, is really great. His streams are a lot of fun. He's just a fun guy. So if you're interested in his live streams, check it out. He does a really great job. I enjoy his stuff. Paging Mr. Morrow. It is a play on, if you're familiar with the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover, that is a line that you hear when you're on the People Mover. Paging Mr. Morrow, Mr. Tom Morrow. So please contact Mr. Johnson in the control room. So that's what Nate modeled his channel after, Paging Mr. Morrow. Dole Whip Dad, Jeff Bates. He also has a really fun channel. Jeff's just a fun guy and loves Disney. His whole family loves Disney. He has vlogs every Sunday night and interviews other vloggers, Disney influencers, that kind of thing. And he really does a good job with his stuff. So he's funny and informative, and the chats that he does about Disney pins and just the parks, and again, the interviews that he does with other Disney bloggers and influencers are really good, and those happen every Sunday night. Let's see, and that's Dole Whip Dad. Love the name. The Lynn Project, and Lynn does really good vlogs too, videos. She does a lot of reviews on rooms at the different resorts. If you're interested in staying at a certain resort, go over to the Lynn Project specifically and look at her stuff there. And the last one that's just a fun one is Brian Hull. And a lot of people probably remember Brian. Several years ago, he kind of became a YouTube sensation by accident. He did voice impressions, and he did Let It Go, the song Let It Go. So this was several years ago, right after Frozen came out. He did voice impressions of different Disney characters singing the lines from Let It Go. And it absolutely went viral. It changed his life. He has since moved from Texas out to LA, and he is a voice actor in LA. So his name is Brian Hull, and his stuff is really good. He's a great guy, and I love to watch his stuff. Just cheers me up. Let's see here. What's next? So check out all those channels. And most of them have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Some of them do, what's the new one? I'm trying to think of it. Well, I can't think of the name of the new one. It's kind of like Snapchat, only it's videos. Oh, well, it'll come to me. But yeah, most of those channels have YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter and Facebook. So you can catch all of them. Their vlogs, of course, are on YouTube, but you can catch all of them on any of the social media. The other thing that you can do while you're at home for waiting out the coronavirus is to plan your next trip. The parks will reopen, guys, and I know a lot of you had to cancel trips because of all this, and we are actually planning a family trip in probably August. So we're looking forward to that. And, we're really hoping that this thing passes, that we can hashtag flatten the curve, and that we can get past it quickly and move on to our normal lives, because it's impacting a lot of people in so many different ways, socially and our education and our economic systems, and just businesses, people who just need to work. And so we're hoping we'll get past this really soon. But yeah, you can plan your next vacation and work on work on that. I recommend that you, and this is kind of one of these things, one of the reasons that we started this channel too, is because we had so many people over the years who know that we're good at Disney and we know a lot about Disney and how to do Disney. They would ask us to help them plan their trips, which we love to do. But of course, we'd love to help you, but I do recommend that you use a travel agent like Mickey Travels or Small World Vacations to do that. They're so good at it. They will handle everything for you. It's a lot less headache, and it doesn't cost you any more than it would if you try to pull all that together yourself. So they're professionals. Highly recommend Mickey Travels or Small World Vacations for planning a trip. And the other thing you can do, and this is really cool, you can watch Disney movies on Disney Plus, and just pop some popcorn and sit down and watch Disney movies. I've got 8 movies here that are kind of sleepers. They're not talked about a whole lot, but they're movies that my family really enjoys, and I think you would too. So let me give you this list. The first one is Roger Rabbit. Not sure what year Roger Rabbit came out. I forgot to look that up, but that's a great movie. It is on Disney Plus, and so that was the first one that came to my mind when I thought about Disney movies that are so much fun, so funny, lift your spirits, that don't get a whole lot of attention. The next one is from 1977, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Now, this is a favorite of ours because our family really loves Pooh Bear, and a friend of ours had said, if you don't love Pooh Bear, you need to get a new heart, which is probably true. So we love Pooh Bear, and The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh goes back over some of those really classic Pooh stories. So you'll enjoy that one. If you've never seen The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh from 1977, you'll enjoy it. The next one is a Goofy movie from 1995. The runtime on this one's only an hour and 20 minutes. So it's a little shorter movie if you don't have much time, but a Goofy movie. Gosh, this thing is almost it is a classic. It really is. There's so many good lines from this one. It's really neat. It's funny. It will lift your spirits too. Number 4 is Meet the Robinsons from 2007. This one is definitely something of a sleeper. And honestly, I had not watched this movie until just a few years ago when my son, William, asked me to watch it. He said, "Mom, you got to watch Meet the Robinsons. It's really, really good movie. It's a Disney movie. It's really good. And it's one that you might not, you might overlook if you didn't know about it." So Meet the Robinsons. Home on the Range from 2004. The runtime on this one is a little shorter. It's an hour and 22 minutes. This one is so cool, guys. It is about some farm animals who set out to save their farm from a bad guy who's going to take it, and it's just hilarious. The characters are fantastic. Really funny movie. If you've never seen Home on the Range, it is on Disney Plus, so do that. Angels in the Outfield, also from 1994. This one is not on Disney Plus. I looked it up. I was kind of surprised, but this is one of my eldest son's favorite movies. This is a great movie, and it just has like an all-star cast. Matthew McConaughey is in this movie in one of his first roles. He was just getting into acting. Matthew McConaughey is in this movie. Tony Danza, Christopher Lloyd, Dermot Mulroney, Danny Glover plays the lead as Coach George Knox, and it is phenomenal. If you've ever seen it and you haven't watched it in a while, watch it again. Again, Angels in the Outfield. Not on Disney Plus, but I'm thinking you could probably find it on Netflix or Hulu or one of the other streaming services. And maybe they'll get that one on Disney Plus. Put that one on Disney. We need that one on Disney Plus. And the last one is from 1971, starring Angela Lansbury. And I think this was the very first movie that I ever saw on a big screen. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. And I saw this one, if I'm not mistaken, at our school's, our elementary school, put this on, played this for us in our school auditorium. And Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. So I was pretty young when I saw this one. So there's a list of 8 really good movies that you can watch while you're staying inside and doing your social distancing. And the majority of those are on Disney Plus. So check those out. Let's see what else I've got here. Oh, I have one more. This one is at the bottom of the list, and I almost forgot it. Miracle from 2004. This is Kurt Russell starring as Herb Brooks. And Herb Brooks was the coach of the 1980 Olympic team, U.S. Olympic team that beat Russia. It was a huge, huge deal. I remember when it happened. It was a miracle. Russia was the powerhouse in 1980. They had won the gold medal for several years running, and the USA just basically had no shot to beat them, and they did. So I check that out. Now there is one called Miracle on Ice. It's not that one. This is the Disney movie called, and it's just Miracle, 2004, starring Kurt Russell. It is on Disney Plus, and it's worth your time. It is so worth your time. It will make you feel so proud of our country, and it's a very patriotic movie. It's a good one. And that's about all I have. We're at half an hour. So that's about all I have. Stay safe, everybody. This is a tough time for our country. It's just a tough time for all of us. But we can all get through this. We can all get through it. Check on older members of your family or older people in your community who may need some help during this time. Be careful about getting out. Follow the guidelines that have been suggested for us, so we can hashtag flatten the curve and get past this, get back out, get those Disney parks open, get our economy going again, so that it's not too long. People's livelihoods depend on it, and we don't want to be shut down. We want to be out and going and doing things. So, stay inside as much as you can, wash your hands, take care of your kids, spend time with your family, and be safe. Have courage and be kind, I believe is what Cinderella said. And that's a line that really caught my attention in the live action movie. I've always just kind of remembered that one, and it's very appropriate right now. It's appropriate anytime, but especially right now. Have courage and be kind. We will probably go live at least once a week and have these chats. And if you are, I say that we have a couple of people in the chat. I'm not sure what's going on here. This is kind of our main voyage, so we'll look at it a little closer and hopefully have some chat next time. But I really enjoyed it, and hope to see you all soon. Give us a like and a subscribe, and check out some of our other videos, and we're going to be putting up some more content soon. And again, probably we'll do these chats at least once a week, maybe a little bit more, when we get rolling and get it all figured out. But just, again, stay safe and take care, and we'll see you again next time. I appreciate you coming. Appreciate you watching. And take care, everybody. And hurry back.